There have been clashes between police and protesters in Melbourne's CBD as anti-war demonstrators seek to blockade the Land Forces weapons expedition. Now, our reporter Steph Ferrier is there and joins us now. Steph, what's happening at the moment?
Good morning, Gemma. Well, dare I say it, it's a little bit quieter and calmer here at the moment. You can hear just a few of these protesters that are remaining here with a police line because this is the entrance for some of the delegates that are coming in to Land Forces Expo. And of course, what we did see earlier on was some much more volatile scenes. Probably just under an hour ago, that's when we saw all of the police that were along a very big barricade that's actually blocking off trams and traffic for Clarendon Street outside the Melbourne Exhibition and Convention Centre. They jumped that barricade and then pushed all of the protesters that had been congregating here back. Capsicum spray was used against people who were desisting that movement, and also we heard a couple of really loud booms. So these were a series of booms that obviously must have been deployed by the police to assist them in dispersing that crowd. Now, as they tackled some of these people to the ground that were resisting arrest, they were obviously pulling some of those protesters away. They all got moved further up all the way over the bridge, and we know that we've seen, here come some of the police horses behind me at the moment. They're just returning back because they've obviously been moved back around that area, and then the protesters have moved onto the northern side of the CBD's Yarra Banks. But just here at the moment, we can see that there are just a small enclave of people here, and they've been basically saying that they wanted to blockade this Land Forces conference, and that's because they say that the delegates here and the chiefs of some of these military and defence organisations have blood on their hands, particularly with what we're seeing happen overseas and the deaths of many thousands of people, and they don't want to see anybody profit from that. And so they have not just been here with some of these quite angry scenes out the front of what is colloquially known as Jeff's Shed, but also moving around the back of the convention centre and stopping traffic, bringing major areas of the city to a standstill. And that's where we saw rocks being thrown, with police having to use their riot shields to protect themselves. And also some of these delegates, we saw the tail end of one of the delegates being attacked as they went walking along the Yarra by some of these protesters that have been dispersing around this area.
And Steph, this is certainly different to the previous Land Force gathering, isn't it?
It certainly is, Gemma, because that was 2 years ago in Brisbane, and we did see protest action there, but much more subdued than what we have been seeing here today at Melbourne. That's probably because we have seen events internationally really ramp up, of course, with the war in Gaza, and that's why a lot of these protesters have been saying that they are here to support the people of Palestine. They've been waving Palestinian flags, and also some of the organisers were saying that they are just using peaceful, disruptive action to try to stop some of these people. However, the Disrupt Land Forces protest group has also produced posters with the faces of some of these heads of the military and other defence organisations calling on some of these protesters to make citizens' arrests. So there is obviously an element of force about this. This is what we've been seeing when there have been these skirmishes with police. And this is a massive police operation, some up to $15 million, I should say, that's been spent by the state government to draw in police resources from all around the state to be able to come here and protect this expo and the delegates here. And they also have quite extraordinary powers as well. The Supreme Court has granted them the ability to stop, ask people questions about who they are, also search their bags and search them, and also order them to remove their face coverings too.
Steph Ferrier bringing us the latest there from those Melbourne protests. Thank you.